What up, fellow class otaku? Today I'm gonna briefly review the top 5 upcoming animes of summer 2017. I know it's a bit late, but I didn't expect my first video to take this long, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. But I've also put together a comprehensive list to all the upcoming summer anime, including 5-second satirical summary attempts at each one. Before we get started, here's a list of the top 5 upcoming anime based on 5 individual criterias: originality, source, rank, PV, and popularity. I won't bore you with the exact details on how I rated each criteria. As you can see, Ballroom e Yokoso, Made in Abyss, and Fate Apocrypha have made it into 4 of the 5 lists, making them the must-watch animes of this season. Now that that's out of the way, I present to you the top 5 upcoming anime based on all the criteria I mentioned before. An important thing to note for this list is that all 5 criteria must be applicable before any upcoming anime is considered for this list. It makes sense since I can't review something I've never read, so don't panic yet if your favorite series is not on this list. Coming in at number 5 is Knights and Magic, which is a story about a mech nerd who dies and is reborn into a fantasy world of his dreams as a baby. And thus, his journey to become a Knight Runner to pilot giant mechs begins. This story possesses some pretty deep fantasy mecha action with pretty deep world building, perfect for those who want to escape reality 20 minutes a week. The story also boasts pretty deep magic, alchemy, and mech building mechanics. For example, magic is based on, while alchemy is pretty deep, right? No? Okay. I will admit that the originality of the story's premise is a tiny little bit similar to all the recent anime out there, which might explain its low rank and popularity. But a quick look at its promo vid graphics will tell you that the budget for this anime is pretty freaking high, and is the main reason why you should still watch this series. Studio 8-Bit is making the anime. Their most notable works include Kusayo no Kachitsu, Rewrite, and Tokyo Ravens. Judging from the PV, Knights and Magic will become their best work yet. There are 3 main characters in the story. The main guy, Eru, is voiced by Rie Takahashi, who is known for her roles such as Megumin from Konosuba and Amelia from Re:Zero. The other guy, Chid, is voiced by Shinsuke Sugawara, a very new CV that has voiced Kei Kuromoto from Flying Witch. The main girl, Addie, is voiced by Ayaka Ohashi, who has also voiced Aki Adagaki from Masamune-kan no Revenge, Uzuki Shimamura from the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls, and also Yayaka from Flip Flappers. Next up is number 4, Kakegurui. The story setting is a rich private high school that pretty much replaced their entire curriculum with gambling. Why? Well, why not? The end result is that losers will live a pathetic high school life serving the winners. I might have given this a 10 for originality and source if it wasn't set in a high school. Or maybe it's more interesting because it's a high school. Who knows? There were many unique gambling games presented in the story. If you enjoyed No Game No Life, you'll definitely like this one. A particular quirk about Kakegurui is the facial expressions made by the players during the games. If you look at the PVs, you'll definitely see why. You've also probably seen a girl with black hair and crazy red eyes being posted around a lot. Truth be told, she's probably the main reason why this is one of the most anticipated animes coming this season. Studio Mappa is making the anime. Their most notable works include Zankyoku no Terror, Yuri on Ice, and Shingeki no Bahamut. If there's one thing I remember about the last anime I listed, it is Favreau and his face after he tries to lie. Yes, you'll get to see more of that. There are 3 main characters in the story. The main guy, Ryota Suzui, is voiced by Tatsuya Tokutake, who has only done one other voice acting role as a side character. Well, Ryota is basically a side character, to be honest. I'm kidding. The main girl, Yumeko Giabami, is voiced by Saori Hayami, whose voice is easily recognizable. She is Shino Hiragi, the snide purple-haired girl from Orari no Seraph, Yukinon, the black-haired girl from Snafu, and Miyuki Shiba from Mahoka, otherwise known as the Oni-sama. This voice actress has a pretty fitting role for the main girl. The other girl, Miari Saltome, is played by a relatively new CV named Minami Tanaka. Made in Abyss, number 3. The story setting is based on the fact that there's a vastly unexplored abyss in the center of the world filled with strange creatures and unique artifacts. A perfect setting for an adventure story. It just so happens that there's a young orphan girl who dreams of becoming as great as an abyss explorer as her mother. Unlike most people in real life though, she does not just dream, she acts. Whether this is because she is a child or not doesn't really matter. What matters is that the little girl is attempting to travel down an abyss that is more than 10,000 meters deep, filled with man-eating creatures. But don't worry, she has backup, which are other little kids. Okay, maybe it does matter now, though for a different reason entirely. But hey, at least it's pretty original. Made in Abyss isn't really hyped much in terms of popularity, but its ranking is pretty high. What I was really sold on was the PV again. More specifically, the character designs. If they had designed the little kids into little lollies, I would have flipped my shit. Kinema Citrus, a studio you don't hear about often. They have made some great anime like Barakamon, Gochmon wa Usagi desu ka, and Black Bullet. The last one wasn't as great, but the potential is there. Apparently there are 3 main characters, although I still haven't read that far to meet the third. The main girl, Riko, is voiced by Miyu Tomita. She is a relatively new but soon-to-be popular CV who has voiced Gabrielle from Gabrielle Dropout, Gabrielle, and Kuina Natsukawa, the girl that always thinks about food in Hinako Note. The main robot, Regu, is voiced by Maria Issei, a voice actress with a pretty impressive voice range. She has done Levy McGarden from Fairy Tail, Mika Harima, who is the stalker girl in Durara, and Kilva Zoldyck from Hunter x Hunter 2011. It's not on here, but I'll say it anyway. The third main character is Nanachi, voiced by Shiori Izawa, who isn't well known, but her most notable roles are Saya Sasamiya, the blue-haired girl from Gakuen Toshi Asterisk, Pina, which is the little blue dragon from Sword Art Online, and Ai Kunogi, the really shy girl in Shirobako. Weird characters, but that makes it all the more interesting. We're finally at number 2, which is Fate Apocrypha. Chances are you've already heard of this anime, or its predecessors, Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night. The story is set in the same world, and its mechanics are very similar. The omnipotent wish-granting device known as the Holy Grail appears, and 7 masters summon 7 heroic servants of the past and duke it out over the Holy Grail. But wait, something went suspiciously wrong this time. So now there's 14 masters and 14 servants. Also, now there's 2 factions, red and black, which means there's going to be a 7 versus 7 pair battle royale to the death. The typical generic fun that is enjoyable enough for most people. And me. The clashes between different ideals, factions, and weapons combined with the stunning animation are the ingredients for one hell of a ride guaranteed. You might be disappointed that Ufotable isn't making the anime, but A1 Pictures is no slouch when it comes to animations. Their works include Erased, Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso, and Sword Art Online. You might say that these works don't match the feel of Fate Zero, but come on. Just take a look at the PV and judge for yourself. Anyway, I did say that there are really no main characters at first, but two of the more prominent characters are Ruler and Sieg, voiced by Maya Sakamoto and Natsuki Hanae, respectively. You might recognize Ruler's voice as Shiki from Kara na Kyokai, Sailing Geese from Arslan Senki, and Shinobu from the Monogatari series. You'll most likely know Sieg's voice because it's Kaneki from Tokyo Ghouls, or Kaneki, Takumi Aldini from Shokugeki no Soma, and Kosei Arima from Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso. To top off the list, we have Ballroom e Yokoso, a story about a meek middle school kid who, through a series of coincidences, discovers the intensity of ballroom dancing. Yes, you heard right, ballroom dancing, which is probably the one reason why it's ranked so high. I swear though, the Japanese can turn anything into a sports shonen story. I mean, just look at Keijo. As far as sports shonen stories go, ballroom dancing is pretty niche, which may be why it isn't at the top in terms of popularity. In fact, it's so niche that you don't know what to expect beyond the basic youth grind and rivalry of a sports shonen. Most people will learn a thing or ten about ballroom dancing by the end. I have no experience in ballroom dancing, so I can't tell you if the facts are true or not. But regardless, I enjoyed every bit of the story. Almost every bit. And I'm very excited to see all of it animated. Speaking of being animated, Production IG is the studio making this anime. They are known to make awesome sports shonen such as Kuroko no Basket and Haikyuu. They've also done Shingeki no Kyojin. This is the studio you want to make your sports anime. Although you may want to see a different studio do it just for a fresh new look, but oh well. There are three main characters that have confirmed CVs. The main guy, Tatara Fujita, is voiced by Shimba Tsuchiya, who is a new CV with only one other role, Tsutomu Goshiki, the wannabe ace with the black bowl cut and thick slanted eyebrows in Haikyuu, who plays as a wing spiker for Shiratorizawa. The main girl, Shizuku Hanaoka, is played by Ayane Sakura. You might recognize her voice because she's Uraraka from Boku no Hero Academia, Tsubaki in Shigatsu wa Kimi no April, and Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso, and Iroha Ishiki, the girl with the light brown hair from the second season of Snafu. The other guy, Kiyohara Hyodo, is voiced by Nobuhiko Okamoto. He has voiced Ring Okamura from Alno Exorcist, Katsuki Bakugo from Boku no Hero Academia, and Kurokiba Ryo from Shokugeki no Soma. You can probably infer what type of character archetype this other guy is going to have based on this information alone. If we put the 5 graphs together, we can compare it like this. Ballroom e Yokoso wins out on originality, rank, and source, while Fate Apocrypha wins out on the remaining 2, popularity and PVI. The rest is sandwiched between the two anime. It's time for the comprehensive list to the new anime of summer 2017. This list features a countdown of all the new upcoming anime that isn't a sequel, continue anime, or movie. Also, confirmed shorts that have 10 to 15 minute episodes are asterisk. I will try to keep each summary within 5 seconds, but no guarantees. Schoolgirls with weapons that want to save the earth. No cliche intended. How much does it take to get a weak-bodied and bullied orphan girl to smile? We still don't know. What is the best way to revitalize a dead town if you're a girl? Film some live-action scenes to become the town's local heroine, duh. What is the only sport that a nerd with reaction time is able to win? Quiz balls, of course. Wait, what? Animal human schoolgirl anime with a more humanistic slice of life than your average slice of life involving humans. You accidentally fall into a dream world, and now you have to interact with reality-escaping witches to find a way out. Actually, I think I would rather stay with them. Once upon a time, a kid who closed off his feelings starts seeing supernatural beings and then human beings. The end. Cute girls doing cute things, I'm in, and so are the police. 100% employment or university acceptance rate after high school? Bullcrap. There must be a catch, right? That awkward moment when God accidentally kills you and grants you one wish, but your wish is to keep your smartphone in the fantasy world you are reborn in. Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking either. The only BL this season, thank goodness. I spoke too soon. Just kidding, this is just a sports anime featuring a bunch of half-naked guys water diving. Stan Lee plus Boku no Hero Academia story concept plus quote-unquote Japanese cartoon equals triggered weebs like myself and this anime. Ha! Being cucked by a girl in 2017. Oh crap, it's a real possibility now. Dumb hyper girl plus serious guy equals instant comedy. For those who wish they were never born, rejoice. You can now sign a contract with a time-eating demon and they'll happily om nom nom. Pure romantic comedy featuring none other than high school students at the peak of their youth, short version. Childhood friend that loves you? Check. Adopted little sister that loves you? Check. Now you just need a third girl to fall in love with you to register as a harem dealer at your local harem dealership. Wait, you're saying you have 4 of them plus a cat? Sir, you are too overqualified. Please wake the hell up. Miracle! Be gone, foul miracle! What better place to discover love than at your local convenience store? Legends say that in all predominantly heterosexual anime, there appears a dense loser-type virgin guy who steals the hearts of the most popular and charming girl in it. A non-competitive but hardcore gamer is confronted by a textbook definition of a normie. Not very good with girls? No worries. Big Brother's got your back with this thing called government-arranged marriages. When political evils are afoot, there's always that one guy or girl that's deeply triggered by it due to their nightmarish pasts, and they will try to turn things around. What happens when ancient civilizations from other worlds have a taste of 2017? Foodgasm, that's what. What can one accomplish if they train to become something from the day they're born? Hey, wait, isn't that literally what a prodigy is? You've always thought that school was for teaching kids what society is like, but this story will prove you wrong. Or does it? Just badass girls doing badass things. The police are still here, but for a different reason this time. They need to hunt down these girls. The art of turning your weakness into your greatest strength. Germaphobe edition. Born too early to explore space. Born too late to explore the surface. Born just in time to explore the abyss. Yay! Whoever insists that the pen is mightier than the sword has obviously never seen a Fate anime. You wouldn't think that ballroom dancing could be an intense sport until someone makes an anime out of it. This show will prove, in the most literalist of senses, that the sword is mightier than the pen. Just read its summary. Now that's a long list. There's more, by the way. 8 more sequels or continuing anime in summer 2017, to be exact. I put them together in a different list just because. Well, let's go. This is basically the sequel of Luck and Logic, but let me guess. Since it didn't do so well, they decided to do some rebranding and shift their entire focus on promoting the girls. I'm okay with that. Girls with vocal weapons that want to save the Earth. Sequel number AXZ0 Macross plus 7 Dynamite F Delta. That feeling when you can't find a job because you didn't graduate from the school with 100% employment rate, but you're also too old to become a local heroine by doing live action scenes, so you choose the next best thing, becoming a queen. Lilies stained red, roses drained white. Who will be sent to hell this night? What's more badass than badass girls? Badass guy and guy demons with weapons. Did someone say gender stereotypes? Atypical, no pun intended, game development company, but with an obvious flaw. All the employees are girls, including yourself. Oh no! Tournament no Owari and Weeb trying to Japanese! Doesn't Owari Monogatari mean end story? Well, that wraps up my first video. Thanks for sticking till the end. Let me know what things you want to see more or less of for the next season through the comments. I'll probably break the next season into little chunks and then do a top 5 in a few weeks before it comes. Until then, enjoy the rest of the summer 2017 anime.